Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Neil from the Pentatonic Way, and in this lesson we're going to take a look at the E major to G major chord progression and how to improvise over it using the pentatonic scales. First, we'll take a look at all the chords and scales we'll be using and where they are on the neck. Then I'll jam over the backing track for about a minute. Then I'll chat a bit about jamming over the track and any tips that I might have. All right, let's go. All right, before we get into it, please click the subscribe button below or visit my Patreon link in the info section and receive 5 different practice tracks for this lesson as well as a lesson handout. All right, let's check it out. So we're going to be going from E major, and then we'll be going to the G chord, but we're going to be soloing up here around the 12th fret. So you can do this. And then for G, you can think of it that way. Or you could think of it maybe something like that. Try to do the open chord version of it up there. And then the scales we're going to use. So over E, we're going to use what I think of as the E major pentatonic. So it's the second shape that you typically learn going up the neck. So it's like this: 12, 14, 11, 14, 11, 14, 11, 13, 12, 14, 12, 14. All right, so and then for the G, we're going to use the pentatonic scale at the 12th fret that is typically E minor. But in this case, we're going to be using it over a G major chord because they're the same chord, same thing. So E minor and G major are the same. So that would be 12, 15, 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, 15, 12, 15. All right, so it's pretty cool progression. You're using E major, and then you're switching to E minor, E major, E minor. So it's a good one if you're trying to get used to the different shapes, I guess. So, all right, so let's check out the backing track. This is going to be Rock 1. Rock 1. All right, and yep, starts on E major, goes to G major, E major, G major. So that's about a minute. So yeah, this is cool. Offers some cool lick possibilities here. Down here, you have these two small areas, and then it turns into the two larger gaps. So you could do something like that. Something like that. You know, pretty cool. So I guess you could do that. Jump into the next shape above. Cool. And then another place down here where it does the same thing, going from the smaller shapes to the larger shapes. But now it's the larger shapes for the E minor. I mean, the E major. So. That's a cool lick. So you have down here is the root note for your G, because that's the G note. And you have this shape. And then right in the middle of those is actually the minor third for the E. So if you can time it right, you can play these two notes and then land on the major third there, and it has a cool sound. And so that's also here. Yeah, so pretty cool. Yeah. Now it's your turn. Record a video of you jamming over this track and paste it below in the comments. I'd love to see what you come up with, and you make my day. Any questions you have as well, post down there. All right? Keep on picking and have a great day. If you enjoyed this lesson, check out our Patreon channel where you get 5 different style backing tracks for each featured chord progression, a lesson handout showing you 5 different positions to improvise on the neck, as well as access to our lesson archive, which includes slowed down versions of the backing tracks. And you'll also be invited to join our monthly Google Hangout. The Pentatonic Way on Patreon, the freedom to improvise without fear.